It's in the game.
Texas, couldn't get off the sofa. The thing about depression, you think your life is over. When I was all alone, you came and changed how I feel. Let me cook. Only you understand me, you fill me up completely. And when I'm self-destructive, you make me feel so pretty. You always pull me closer to let me know that it's real. When I look at you, baby, I get overjoyed. I feel it inside deep. Finally, I'm happy to be. 'Cause I got love with you, baby. I figured out why I'm smiling.
If you're a Freeway fan, we're just east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Denver Broncos and the Los Angeles Rams. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. We welcome you. That's the punter, Ethan Evans, to get this started. Off we go from Southern California. Oh, that's not going to work out at all. That is a safety.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now, following the safety to open the scoring, it's 2-0, and here's the free kick from the 20. This fielded at his own one. So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24.
Set. Blue 60.
First carry here for Kyron Williams. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
5-yard line. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
From the 25, here's 2nd down and 9. From the shotgun, it's Stafford. That one's incomplete. Good coverage there. Made it uncomfortable for the receiver. Couldn't hang with it, and it brings up 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
A gain there of 11. Good for a Rams 1st down.
That's good for a Rams 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
180. Drill right, 22.
On the give, it's Williams. And he'll manage to work this forward to the 37. Nick Bonito there for the tackle.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's 2nd and 9.
Set. 250.
Stafford working from the pistol. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
A bit of a quick hitter here. And what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short game.
3rd down, 3 to go.
Ready. Like 280. Big 20. 20 hot.
He'll try to run for it with Williams.
Ray Greenlaw on the tackle. A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
Early big play here. They're going to go for it on 4th down. They are going for it. Stafford on the move past the 40. And he will go all the way. Kyren Williams. Touchdown, Los Angeles.
Well, I love it, Mike. We're seeing so many teams nowadays as they approach midfield, even on their side of the 50, keeping their offense on the field on 4th down. And it's certainly a risk. It's certainly up there for debate, but in this case, big chance, big reward, and they come down with 6.
So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. On the return, here comes Marvin Mims. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over. A 1st down throw for Nix. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And he'll wind up getting about 7 yards as he is forced out of bounds.
At the 42-yard line. It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Ball on the 32. It's 2nd and 2. Working out of the gun. It's Nix. And he let him a bit too much. And pass is incomplete.
Protecting the ball anytime you throw the ball in the middle of the field is obviously critical, right? That's where tip passes, that's where all sorts of stuff happens when you put the ball in harm's way. But you also have to protect your receivers. There's a bit of a trust back and forth with the receiver saying, hey, I'm willing to go across the middle and compete for the ball. But now you're my eyes. You have to protect me and make sure that the location of the ball doesn't run me into a big hit.
And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield.
6 yards. 1st down, Broncos.
The RPO, that one is complete. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line.
A gain of 18 on the play. And the
Nix
Broncos
now on 1st and 10. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. The Broncos in possession of the football to begin the 2nd quarter. They have it 2nd and 4 coming up. From the shotgun, here's Nix. Oh, he couldn't set his feet, but he completes it anyway. And he'll take this down to the 6. That's good enough for 1st down, 1st and goal. To throw is Nix. Moving to his left. He's got it at the 3. And he's in. Marvin Mims. Touchdown, Broncos.
And that's just another element that defenses have to worry about when playing a team like this. You match up with all their skill guys in the route concept, but then there's nobody left to account for the quarterback, and he ends up making the play. Big-time finish, big-time play, and they end this drive with 6.
That's pulled in, and they're able to tack on the 2-point conversion. And after that last score, they want it back right away. A rare first-half onside kick.
That's a big risk in this situation here, Mike. They're hoping to catch him by surprise, but now when you fail, the other team is able to not only have a short field, they got a chance to extend their lead.
Omaha, ready blue. Set. Blue 60. Ready hot.
A first down throw for Stafford. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. And he will score! Puka Nakua, touchdown Rams. A terrific play all the way around, finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield.
That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by Riley Moss. Inside the 40. Still going. And he takes it back all the way. How about a pick 2 if you prefer? The play backfires to the offense in a big way. So following the score, here's Evans to send it away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
First and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And they're going to mark him down up past the 35.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Denver.
Nix, now to throw it here on first down. And that ball incomplete.
It's one of those balls where the quarterback wishes there was a string. The second it came out of his hand, he wished he could just pull it back, because from the moment it left his hand, that looked like a sure interception. And the only reason it wasn't because the defender just flat out dropped it.
And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. First down, Broncos.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. Rolling, he bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
It's second down.
Hey, we're good.
Work to do now as they come up on second and long.
Captain.
They'll throw. It's Nix. Open man downfield. That's Ingram. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. From the 39, here's a first and 10. Here's Nix to throw. He finds his tight end, Ingram. And he's in! Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Denver. What a catch and run by the tight end as he takes it into the end zone and finishes the play. Greg, you know what that's like. Tight end touchdown.
Mike, so often the tight ends are considered to be the possession guys, right? They're the guy you throw it to when you need an easy catch, you need a reliable target. But not this guy. He is a downfield weapon, and he just showed you right there what he's capable of. Everything's about matchups, especially down here this close to the goal line. I think my guy's better than your guy. I'm going to put him in a position to have success, throw it up to him, and let him do the rest.
And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Throw over the middle, brought in by Adams. And he's just a couple short of a touchdown. We'll mark him out at the 2-yard line. That is a big play for LA. It covers 63 yards.
First down. First and goal at the 2-yard line.
So here's a chance to take the lead going into the locker room. It's 1st and goal. Play action now for Stafford. That's in the end zone and intercepted. Picked up by Alex Singleton. And the Broncos are going to take possession at their own 3-yard line. Caught out wide on the RPO. Now he's free up the left sideline. On his horse. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 96 yards. Touchdown, Denver. A huge play there. They go in the air. We only see a few touchdowns of that length all year. They go from backed up to in the end zone for a touchdown.
It is, Mike. In this case, most teams are saying, let's just pick up a first down. At the very least, give our punter some room out of the end zone. But not this guy. He's thinking taking it to distance, and that's exactly what he was able to do.
He'll take it at the 12. Terrific return. He's taken down just shy of midfield.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
Set! 280! Set!
On 1st and 10, Stafford. Throwing off his back foot, and it's taken in.
Stafford's pass. Complete to Devontae Adams. It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and
Now it's 2nd and 1.
Broncos 42-yard line.
180!
To throw is Stafford. Caught by Nakua on the out route. Down the right sideline. And he will get into the end zone. Puka Nakua. Touchdown, LA. That's his 2nd touchdown so far here in the first half. And that is number 2. Greg, he is off to some kind of start in this one. 2 quarters and 2 receiving touchdowns.
Mike, this is one of those situations where as a defensive coordinator, you've got to give your group an answer. Because right now, they don't have one for this guy. Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
On the return, here's Mims. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Away, away, away! Hold on a sec! Ready! 180! With hand! Away, away, away! Away, away!
Throwing is Nix. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
A gain of 21
He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
Shin it. Away.
Back to throw is Nix. The catch made there by Sutton, and he is out of bounds. 11 yards on the pass there. First down, Broncos.
First down, Denver.
Chill. Oh, set. Hey, captain.
Throwing, Nix. That one knocked away, and it's incomplete. Evan Ingram, the intended target. And it'll bring up second down.
And the defender does such a good job, Mike, not only putting himself in position to make the play, but how often do we see guys that are there and they just can't quite make it? In this case, he's there, knocks the ball down, really nice play.
He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. And he's in. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Broncos. He has done it again. That is 4 touchdown passes in this first half. Greg, he might skip halftime with the way he's performing right now.
Yeah, and Mike, this passing attack is just really unstoppable. I mean, it is just remarkable the success he's been able to have. We're not even at halftime yet. He finds himself on record pace. I can't wait to see what he does the rest of this game.
That'll be caught, and he is going to come up empty here. They stop him short of the goal line, and this remains a one-score game. The lead holds at 7.
To kick off for the Broncos.
And we will not have a run back here. It's a touchback, and we'll come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10.
40 got. Lady.
A shotgun snap to Stafford. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead. Nix now on 1st and 10. To the right side, he's got Ingram, the tight end. And he'll take this one in. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Denver. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Will Lutz now for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Broncos add on one more as they extend their 2nd quarter lead.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This will be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. They'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
On 1st down, it's Stafford. Got a man downfield. It's Devontae. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
That's good.
Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts, as that'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Set. 180. Zero.
It's Stafford throwing from the pistol. Open man downfield is Smith. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
32, 280, 20 hot.
Here's Stafford. That finds Nakua downfield, complete. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Sean McVay will send out the field goal unit. This, about as short as you can get. This one is good. He knocks it through. So we are at halftime. Greg and I will be back right after this. It's the National Football League on EA Sports. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line.
Rams take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Double right. He goes tap. 280.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. They'll mark him down just shy of the 40.
Hey, go here.
So from the 39, they come up on first and 10.
First down. First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They'll go again here with Williams. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up second and 1.
It's another run here for Williams. And he'll have enough to move the chains. He'll take this forward for about 3 yards.
A gain of 3 yards. That's good for a Rams first down.
40 got. 40 got.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
On first down, right back to Williams. Not much there, maybe a yard.
The stop by P.J. Jones. A gain of a yard brings up second
From the
and
48-yard line, here's second and 9. From the gun, here's Stafford. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver really knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
15-yard pickup there. First down, L.A.
Third downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on third downs, that is a recipe for success.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
This may look like a simple connection, Mike, just pitch and catch, but I can promise you the amount of time these two guys have spent together on the practice field, in the meeting rooms, just getting on the same page, seeing the game through the same set of eyes, it makes what's pretty difficult seem a lot easier. The best defenders can just sense when a screen is coming. They can tell the body language of the offensive lineman's pass set. They can tell on the drop of the quarterback. It just doesn't look right. It's exactly the case here. Great job getting to the back and taking him down for a loss.
Throw it on third down, Stafford. That's out wide to Williams. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
First and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Back to throw. Stafford. That's to the left side and pulled in by Higbee. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect. It's not often you see a pass that's out of the reach of this guy. I mean, 50-50 balls tend to go his favor more often than not, but this one kind of gets away from him just a little bit and falls incomplete.
They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. To the goal line and in. Davante Adams. Touchdown, Los Angeles. That is yet another touchdown pass. What a game he is having, throwing his 4th touchdown score of the game.
It's one thing, Mike, to throw 4 touchdowns, but it's really the ease in which he's carved this defense up that has stood out the most. The defense has had no answers for this passing game, and he has just completely had his way with this group.
The Rams will line up for the 2-point conversion.
That's out quickly and complete, and he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
There was no hesitation from this offense. Immediately after they scored that touchdown, the entire sideline was holding up 2 fingers. They knew exactly what play they wanted. They felt great about it coming into the game, and clearly the right choice.
On the return, here's Mims. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. Nix, now to throw it here on 1st down. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. So no shortage of offense in this one as we end the 3rd. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and 10 here now at the 38. 4th quarter begins on the ground. And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 8.
It's 2nd and 8.
Bombers. Captain.
From the shotgun, here's Nix. Open man downfield, that's Ingram. And he will score again. Evan Ingram. Touchdown, Denver. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. So add another touchdown and touchdown pass for that matter. He has thrown 6 already in this one. Amazing stuff.
His kick is good. Makes the score Broncos 44, Rams 34. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz gonna send this one away. Here comes a return from the 5. And that's well done by the kicking team. He's only able to make it past the 15-yard line.
And they're on 17-yard line.
Set! 40 got! Get us 20! Moving hot.
The drive begins with a run by Williams. And their woes in the running game continue. He's going to be taken down behind the line.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12. At the 15.
2nd down, it's Stafford. To the left side, and Adams has it. He's to the 40. Inside the 20. And he's going to take this all the way to the house. 84 yards. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting.
The Rams will line up for the two-point conversion.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And he will get in for the 2. They open up the bag of tricks on the goal line and add a pair of points.
42.
So the lead is down to just 2 now in the fourth quarter as they kick it off. Here comes a return from the 3. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there. On first down, here's Nix to throw. He's hit after the catch, and the ball comes free.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of a middle phase. There's the catch, but before it turns into a run, you have to secure the ball as a ball carrier, right? It needs to be put away, properly held, points of pressure, front tip up, against your body. All of that is kind of taken for granted. Catching it is just step one. You've got to secure the ball before you become a runner.
After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Stafford working from the pistol. Caught by Nakua on the out route. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
That's good.
Out-breaking routes, Mike, especially outside of the numbers, everything is about the timing. If you're late with the throw, you're going to be watching that defensive back take that thing the other way for 6.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts left. It's 1st and 10.
21. Blue 60.
They'll drop to throw. Moving outside the pocket. He'll tuck it and take off. And he'll be out of bounds. That's a nice gain, though, on first down. A pickup of 7.
He tried to buy all the time he could, but when he saw that space, he quickly turned from thrower to runner, and he's able to pick up a nice gain on first down.
Blue 60.
On the ground, Williams fighting for the goal line. They're going to stop him just short, but he has picked up the first down.
It just seems like every time this guy touches the ball, he makes something happen, and not all of his runs are always going to be positive. He's kind of one of those guys that's going to get a 0, a 1, a 2, but it's the home run threat. It's the big plays that really tip the scales in your favor, and when you can generate those big explosive plays on the ground, man, it makes such a big difference for the offense.
From the shotgun, it's Stafford. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2-minute. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be up.
That one, take it in. Touchdown, Rams.
Pretty interesting sequence of play calls here, Mike. You can tell going into this game, they felt their matchups down here deep in the tight red zone were better through the air than maybe they were necessarily on the ground. We see 2 back-to-back throws. The second one, though, results in a touchdown. All right, so ultimately, it's a successful play. That's a win for the defense. But that was very close, Mike, to being a 4-point swing. So instead of the offense securing 2 points on that try, if he's able to secure that interception and take it the other way, he would have gotten 2 points for the defense.
On the return, here's Mims. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
First and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll stick to the ground. And wow, tough to bring down that time. Surging forward for a pickup of 6. Second down.
A 6-yard pickup.
Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. Now, a second down throw for Nix. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram. And he's going to go all the way. How about some late magic? They've taken the lead here in the final minute of play. So that will tie the NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. First done by Sid Luckman with the Bears in 1943. And then Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 1954. We've waited a long time. Now they have company. This will be returned from the 6.
Jordan Whittington on the return. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
Punt, set. Yellow 20. Omaha, ready, move.
Working out of the gun, Stafford. He gets it into the hands of Atwell. Now the Rams going to use the first of their timeouts, and the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game. Come to the line now on 2nd and 2. A shotgun snap to Stafford. Taking a shot downfield for Smith to the 20. It's a big play when they needed it the most. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their 2nd. Clock will stop with 35 seconds to go.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards. The Broncos going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. They'll stop it with a little over 30 left in the game. 2nd and goal.
Set. 180. 32. White.
Okay, let's make some good plays today. Come on.
Tonight.
Now it's Stafford. And this is a touchdown. They were not going to be denied, and they have taken the lead here in the final minute of play. And that is the hat trick. What a game. His 3rd touchdown reception of this one.
And nothing they've done to slow him down has worked, Mike. This defense, they're throwing multiple guys at him. They're playing man, they're playing zone. It doesn't matter. This guy is having his way, and he's having a day.
So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. On the return, here's Mims. And he'll be out of bounds on the return. And the drive will begin there.
At their own 26-yard line.
This is 1st and 10.
Drill. Over set. Ready. Away.
Back to throw is Nix. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up 2nd down.
Great job there defensively, separating the man from the ball. And this is the moments of the game where you need your best players to step up. And this guy's showing what he's capable of doing in the game's critical moment.
Captain.
2nd down. Nix. He'll take a shot with Mims. And that could be the dagger. It's intercepted. Picked off by Ahkello Witherspoon.
Nix's pass. Intercepted. The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. Now Stafford. Oh, a teardrop throw there off his back foot. It's complete. Now a timeout Rams, that's number 2. And they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ballgame. On 1st and 10, Stafford. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
It's been a bit of a pedestrian game for this quarterback and ultimately this passing game here today, Mike, and I know they all would have loved to connect on that deep throw. I think that stat sheet would have looked a whole lot different, but just a little off in their execution and leads to an incompletion.
And will be brought down there, and that'll put a wrap on this one. Time has expired in this 4th quarter. And we'll get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining. So on is the kicker, Harrison Mevis, in a big spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. This one is hooking, and he missed it. No good, wide to the left. So it's a win here for the